How's everyone feeling today? Yeah? Some feeling better, some are feeling pretty rough still. So, we were feeling pretty rough this morning, just a constant niggling from some spirits, which we eventually discussed and dealt with, and they all sort of relaxed their attack. Well, their attack was less effective, shall we say, after that. Yeah. And it's basically because of this subject that they were attacking us about, because there are many spirits in the spirit world, both males and female spirits in the spirit world, who do not want you to understand the truth about sexual attraction. Because if you understand the truth about sexual attraction, then they have less ability to manipulate you with relationships, and therefore less ability to share in the relationship with you, or to share in the sexual engagements that happen with you. So the more you understand about sexual attraction, the safer sexually your life becomes, actually, because there are less spirits influencing all of your decisions about relationships.
And less injury, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's why we wanted to discuss that topic with you today. What we thought we'd do, firstly, though, is just have a bit of a summary first of the soul and how it splits and how it incarnates, so that we just remember the basics about the soul and soul attractions. Because actually sexual attraction is a part of the soulmate relationship, and therefore we need to understand, why sexual attraction actually exists as well, both in a pure state and in an error-based state as well. Okay, shall we stay on either side of the ball?
Yep.
Is that okay? Okay. So we've discussed with you how God, who has masculine and feminine qualities, created all of these little tiny beings called souls, both of which have masculine and feminine qualities. And depending on there's a wide variety of masculine and feminine qualities in the soul. Some of the souls are dominantly masculine as an entire soul, and some are dominantly feminine, and they split. Every soul splits into two in the process of individualization. So we have one half. If we choose a heterosexual, I'll draw it the other way around. If we choose a heterosexual soul, we have one half and the other half. They split. And when we say split, one half always leaves the split first, and then they come into a body. So let's say it was the male who did that, then the male is attracted to two bodies that are created for it. There's a spirit body that's created for it and a physical body that's created for it at the time of conception. And the soul then envelops those bodies and remains connected to those bodies for its entire lifetime while it's developing on Earth, and then it releases the physical body, and then there's a period of time all the way through the spirit world up until the soul union condition, which we'll talk about in a second, that where it can release its spirit body. So the souls then join back together. And in fact, these bodies are a necessary part of the half of the soul while the soul hasn't joined with its other half. In other words, the soul senses, which are all these feelings that are absorbed from the universe, even the sense of sight, taste, touch, and all of those other types of senses. So we're talking not just emotional senses, but feeling-based senses. All of them need the soul, are all funneled, if you like, through a cord into the soul. So there's the cord that joins the physical and spirit body, and people call that the silver cord. And let's call this cord that joins the spirit body with the soul, let's call that a golden cord, just. And through these cords, all of the sensory apparatus of the physical body are a way that the soul then experiences its environment while it's half of a soul. Now, of course, the same applies to the female when she incarnates. She's attracted to a female body in this case. Two of them. Spirit body, physical body. Now, we've chosen a soul which has here, in terms of its separation, a soul which has two halves that are relatively equal in its masculine and feminine traits. But if there was a soul that was dominantly masculine and only had a little bit of feminine traits, then they would be attracted to two male bodies. And if there was a soul that was dominantly feminine with very little masculine traits as a complete unit, then when it splits, it would be attracting two female bodies. So that's the general process of the incarnation process. Is there any questions about that before we proceed further? If we wait for the microphone.
AJ, where is the soul before it incarnates? And what does it do?
It's in a soul union state. The only time you actually get to see the soul with your soul eyes, if you like, is when you are in a soul union state. So the first time we saw a soul in this union, in this state before it incarnates, was when we were in a soul union state ourselves.
Because at this time, the soul doesn't actually do anything. It's not aware of itself. It's this process of incarnation and into the physical and spirit bodies, or gaining this physical and spirit bodies, that help the soul begin this process of individuation and understanding that I am a soul. Before this time, there's no awareness that we exist in this place.